Right, this is my favourite part of the show because this is the time of the show where I get to eat lovely, lovely food. Let's talk about this. There's nothing quite like a delivery food treat. We all have a takeaway, don't we? Now, Bal Gill started his vegan Punjabi on a kitchen table during the pandemic, but they don't deliver hot food as you might expect with a takeaway. Instead, this independent Woodstock business delivers food for you to then heat up yourself at home. And it's been so successful that this Oxfordshire business is now going national. Bal joins me now. Congratulations, first of all, Bal. Can you tell me how this all started, where the idea came from?
Yes, of course. Thank you, firstly, for a lovely introduction. Yeah, so the idea actually it manifested to me through various cycles of things I've done in my life, and sort of was a culmination of that. So I worked as a chef for many years, and I was working, obviously, making Indian food. Worked with some biggish restaurant chains. And then I went through this period in my life. It was around the time of lockdown. I think a lot of us were self-reflecting. And I went through a period where I was doing a lot of yoga and meditation and really sort of grounding myself. And I just found myself finding a deeper connection to nature.
Mm.
And it kind of changed the way I looked at food and my diet and my health. I kind of wanted to do something which combined my ancestral traditions as a Punjabi and my experience as a British Indian, and my sort of and sort of bring that all together. So it kind of manifested from that. I started playing around with some recipes. Some of them were actually my mother's and my grandmother's recipes
Oh, wow.
of Punjabi food, where Punjabi food itself is quite is slow cooked generally. So yeah, it kind of started from there, I'd say.
So the idea is someone goes to the website, it's veganpunjabi.delivery,
Yes,
and then you pick what
yes,
you
that's right.
want. It's then made sort of fresh and then delivered to you, and then you heat it up
Absolutely.
yourself at home. Is that right?
That's absolutely correct. Yeah, so we set up a system which makes us more sustainably focused. So in a sense, we have less waste. We only cook to order. We generally have our orders planned for the day, so it's also a more harmonious and calm kitchen environment.
Mm.
And we can control obviously the production of what we're making, and we know what we're sending out. So the customer gets the benefit of having a kind of in effect a ready meal at home, but it's
Mm.
fresh rather than frozen. There's no artificial flavorings in there. So yeah, so it's to get the maximum quality and sort of churn out as much nutrients for the customer as well,
Yeah.
and done in a way so it gives us a window of time to prepare something as best we can as well. So.
And I understand. I mean, with making it fresh to order, I gather that it's probably
Yes.
better for food waste as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, what you have to think is when you are in a kitchen environment, for example, in an a la carte restaurant, they have a provision, or you'd set a provision for how much food you think you're going to make for the day. And then if you don't make, generally that would go to waste. But for us,
Right.
because our orders are planned and the way our structure is set up, we generally know what we're going to make. So we really can control food waste. And we actually recently had a company called myemissions.green. They did a full analysis of our business, and they came back with an A carbon rating. So we're very, very proud of that fact. It's become a key part of our business as well, to sort of look at everything first from a planet mindful approach,
Yeah.
and then look at it generally as a commercial approach.
It's brilliant, and you've chosen to go
Thank you.
down the sort of healthy and plant based route,
Yes.
haven't you? As well. Why did you decide that?
So, Adam, there were various factors. Relating back to my own journey, I found myself at that time around lockdown. I'd gained quite a lot of weight. I was quite stationary. I wasn't getting enough exercise, and I really wanted to do something for myself. And myself switching to a plant-based diet, which is predominantly whole food, and certainly the key being not just it being plant-based, but being sort of a very minimal amount of sort of processing involved, and obviously no preservatives, so natural ingredients and whole food. And so generally that was the pinpoint of where we then took the food and the concept. So people are getting healthier food. It was like moving to a different extreme from that of what people buy in the supermarkets, where it's full of processed ingredients. So that was really a key part of the product, of developing the product.
I'm very, very excited now because our lovely producer Anna has just walked through the door with samples of some food that you've sent us, which is very, very great because it means I get to eat on the air, which is amazing.
Brilliant.
Can you explain what you have sent through to us? And thank you very much for sending it, by the way.
Yes, of course. So the first is our tikka masala, which is a deconstruction of the classic sort of takeaway curry. We, in a sense, take what you normally get in an Indian restaurant when you order Indian takeaway. It's predominantly flash fried, and it's cooked in quite, it can be cooked in very heavy oil. I'm not saying it's always cooked in heavy oil, but our tikka masala is a slow cook. So it takes around about, to make the sauce, which is a cashew and tomato based sauce, takes around about 3 to 4 hours, and it really churns a lot of the nutrients out from the vegetables. It's very dense in vegetables. It's not it's like a thick sauce also. And
I've just had a
I'm trying to
taste
think what else I said.
of the tikka masala. I've just had a taste of that one, and it was I was trying to think what makes it so creamy, and it is the cashews that's in there. It gives it a really nice creamy flavour.
That's correct. Yeah, because we're not using any dairy, Adam. So we have to compensate with other things, and we've done that with natural ingredients. So yeah, you're absolutely right. The creaminess comes from the cashew butter, which we make ourselves, and so it has that more rich and lavish feeling, because cashew actually, as a core element, does really is really apparent in Punjabi cooking, and actually connects to the Parsi and Persian kind of influence that came into the north of India. So yeah, the cashew element is very key there.
Well, I mean,
dish.
I would absolutely, as you can probably tell, I would absolutely love to just talk about this food and eat this food with you for as long as we could. But we are running out of time, sadly. But what I can say is what I've tasted here is absolutely delicious. And congratulations from taking this business from Oxfordshire to national now. So just tell us where we can find you and how we can get our hands on this delicious food.
Of course. Yeah, so our website is veganpunjabi.delivery. And you can basically Google us. We are V-GIYAN, which in ancient Sanskrit means scientific truth that leads to wisdom. You can find us very easily on Google. You can order. We deliver Tuesdays to Saturdays, so you can order and get a next day delivery anywhere in Oxfordshire, and have been able to for the last 3 years. But yeah, so we will always be doing that. Oxfordshire is our home.
Incredible. Well, there you go. Bal Gil, thank you so much for sending this food.
Thank you so much, Adam. Bless you.
I'm not embarrassed to say that I'm just going to continue eating this now while the songs play. But that was Bal Gil there with Vegan Punjabi on the incredible service that's gone nationwide.